Was squishing, hamster farmers? Welcome back to Monkeyboy's Toys, and welcome back to the sofa. Thanks very much for joining me again. Now, you may remember a couple of weeks ago I drew the names of 3 M.A.S.K vehicles out of a hat, out of this hat in fact, and I asked you to comment and leave a vote as to which of the 3 vehicles you'd like me to review next on the channel. Well, the votes have been counted and the results are in. The 3 vehicles that were up for review were the Wildcat, the Firecracker, and the Iguana. Now, no prizes for guessing which one failed miserably. It was, of course, Iguana. With a total of 0 votes, this one will not be getting reviewed this week. His name will go back into the hat to be drawn at a later date, but for now he's going to go off and sit on the naughty step because no one likes him. That of course leaves us with the Wildcat and the Firecracker. Now, this was quite a close run race. It was nail biting up to the finish line. But there was a clear winner in the end, and that was the Wildcat. So for now, the Firecracker is going to take a leave of absence. But have no fear, if you voted for the Firecracker, his name will not be added to the back into the hat. I will keep that as an active participant, as he was second place in the voting. So at the end of this video I will be drawing 2 names out of the hat, and they will join Firecracker for your consideration for next week's review. But for today we are going to be reviewing your winner, which is, or was, the Wildcat. Now, before we get into that, I would just like to ask you that if you do like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Do share the video with any other hamster farmers you may know. Leave a comment, and if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel, and do click the notification bell so that you get an alert every time I upload a new video. So in terms of the Wildcat, here it is. It's a lovely red plastic toy. As you can see, its street mode is a tow truck, and this transforms into what can only be described as a weaponized monstrosity, but we'll look at that in a little while. This vehicle was released by Kenner in 1987 as part of their racing series, which was the 3rd series of toys. Now, the racing series had a sort of 11 or 12 vehicles, and in my opinion only about half a dozen of them were actually any good. The rest were a little bit duff. I've got the 6 vehicles from the racing series that I wanted. I shan't be getting any of the others, I don't think, because, as I say, they weren't really all that they were cracked up to be. This is one of the better vehicles in the racing series. Before we get into looking at the features of the vehicle and its transformation, we'll have a look at the driver, who is Buddy Hawks. There he is inside the driver's seat there. This was the first time that Buddy got his own vehicle. Prior to this, he was the co-driver of the Firecracker and the Hurricane, so he played sort of second fiddle to Hondo McLean. So this was the first time that Buddy got his own vehicle. We'll take him out and have a look at him. He's a bit of a tight squeeze in there. It's a very tight fit. Come out, Buddy. Out you come. I don't want to come out. I'm scared. People will look at me. Yeah, I know, but you're embarrassing me. At least 7 people are going to watch this, and I need you to get out of the vehicle, Buddy. Here we are. Right. So here's Buddy. We'll just take his mask off for a moment, and we'll have a look at the figure. Not the not the most colourful of figures, and I don't think that orange and brown work very well together. They're a bit clashy, so he's not the nicest looking of the M.A.S.K figures. He does have the same head sculpt that he had as part of his Boulder Hill costume or uniform. He's still wearing the headphones there, which I'm not sure can be that useful listening to music when you're trying to, I guess, maintain and guard a bass. It just seems a bit of an odd thing for him to be doing. Buddy, we need your help. Buddy. Oh, sorry, what? Buddy, we need your help. Venom are on the horizon, and they're approaching. We need you to man the laser cannons. What are you doing? I'm listening to Glenn Miller. Well, stop listening to Glenn Miller and help us. Stop it. Anyway. So yes, we've got the M.A.S.K that belongs to Buddy here, and this M.A.S.K is called Ditcher. Now the Ditcher M.A.S.K digs very wide trenches in the ground, and I guess that's to impede other road users. It sort of digs great big holes out of the earth. It doesn't really do that. Obviously, you just have to use your imagination. But there's Buddy in his Ditcher M.A.S.K. It's pretty cool looking M.A.S.K. Not the best of them, but it's pretty cool, I guess. So there's Buddy and Ditcher M.A.S.K. We'll put him to one side, and we'll have a look at the Wildcat. The transformation on the Wildcat is very simple. There's only one stage to it really, which is depressing this button here on the side, this sort of grey button here, and that turns the Wildcat into as I say, a weaponized monstrosity. So let's press that now and see what happens. Boing, and there it is. There's the Wildcat in its attack mode. It's got several weapons in this mode. The first isn't really a weapon. The first is the tow hitch here. That can obviously be used to tow any damaged M.A.S.K vehicles back to Boulder Hill, or possibly to tow enemy vehicles into a undesirable location. But as I say, that's not really a weapon as such, more an action feature of the toy. Inside the tow arm here we have an energy blaster, which blasts energy, as the name would suggest. The top of the vehicle does rotate 360 degrees, as you know, the turret or the top part of the vehicle. One of the main weapon systems on this vehicle are the concrete cannons, which are at the front here. They fire a supercooled liquid concrete that dries instantly, and that can be used to create barriers or obstructions for I guess any other pursuing vehicles. So yeah, the concrete cannon's the main weapon of the Wildcat. I don't know where all the concrete came from though. Presumably inside there was some reservoirs full of cold concrete, but yeah, not quite sure how they worked. Another feature of this vehicle are these side-mounted saber saw blades, and they just swing out at the sides here, and presumably they can be used to damage or incapacitate other vehicles that are driving alongside the Wildcat. And the final weapon system that this vehicle has is here at the front. There is a hopper containing 6 cookies of death, and the operation of that is quite clever, but well, quite simple. There is a switch down here at the front of the vehicle which can be put into 2 positions. In the forward position, the firing mechanism is inactive, but if it's clicked back into the firing position, once that is engaged, when you roll the vehicle along, it actually fires discs or cookies of death out of the front of the vehicle, and there are 6 of those in the hopper. So shoot the final one of those, and there we are. There's all the discs of death, and they just reload into the front like so. You just have to give it a bit of a wobble just to make sure they're seated properly, otherwise it can jam at the front. I've had some issues with that in the past, but yeah, basically you just fill up the hopper at the front like so, and then they're ready to go, and once again they can fire out of the front. Now these discs actually fire in the street mode, so if we pop the Wildcat back into its street mode, you can see that as it drives along, well, I'll have to do it by hand, but as it drives along, oh well, that one barely came out. That ejaculation was rather weak. There we go. So they still fire out in the street mode, which is pretty good. But anyway, that's sort of a quick overview of the Wildcat vehicle and its features. So I do hope you enjoyed that. We're going to draw now the names of 2 more vehicles that are up for possible review next week. So we'll pop this one out of the way for now, remove the biscuits of death, and we'll bring in the hat once more. Now in here are the rest of the M.A.S.K vehicles that I own that I haven't reviewed on the channel yet, so let's grab one of those. Now knowing my luck, I'll bring out Iguana again. That wouldn't surprise me. Oh, we've got Goliath. So Goliath for next week maybe. And what else can we pull out? Let's pull out something maybe from Venom if we're lucky. Let's have a look. What have we got? Oh yes, we've got Piranha. So the three vehicles that are up for review next week will be either the Firecracker or Goliath, or Piranha. So yes, please do leave a comment below and let me know which of those 3 vehicles you'd like me to review next week. As I say, if you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please do share with any other hamster farmers you may know, and please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I look forward to your comments below. What do you make of the Wildcat? Did you think that was a good vehicle? Did you enjoy seeing that one? And let me know which of the 3 vehicles you'd like to see reviewed next week. But I guess that's pretty much all I've got for today, so I'm going to make like a shepherd and get the flock out of here. See you later. Bye.